everybody. It's John, the Indian Cinemaniac, with episode number 5, I think, in my 10-minute movie reviews. Today, I'm going to review 2012's Talaash, The Answer Lies Within. This was recommended to me by a lot of you out there, and it stars Aamir Khan, so you knew that was the hook to get me in. This movie was not what I thought. I mean, I read the synopsis for it, and I knew it was going to be suspenseful, but it definitely wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And just to be clear, there will be no spoilers in my little review here for anyone who hasn't seen it, and I would appreciate if you don't give away any spoilers in the comment section. Be a little vague about it, so we're not giving stuff away in case people want to see this. Um, my wife and I watched this. This was one of the she watched this movie, one of the few she's watched, the Indian movies. So we watched it together, and we both really liked this movie. It was really different from most of the Indian movies I've seen so far. Amir Khan stars in it. Kareena Kapoor, who I first saw in Three Idiots, who I fell in love with. And, well, excuse me, I don't want to say that to my wife. I had a little crush on her in Three Idiots. And Rani Mukerji. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It was co-directed by Reema, Kagti, and Priyamvada Narayanan. I'm not saying that right. I apologize. I'm terrible with these names. This was interesting because when as I learned more about this, Amir Khan, when he accepted the role, he decided to produce it. And also in this film, water plays a big part of it, and he had to learn how to swim. I was shocked by that because I thought he could do anything. So that was kind of interesting. And it took a while too because he did not know how to swim. I also found out that a bunch of actors turned this down. Saif Ali Khan, Salman Khan, and Shah Rukh Khan all turned this movie down. And I wonder if they're disappointed by it because it really was an interesting movie. So the movie's about an Indian actor who gets killed at the beginning of the movie, and as far as you know, he just drives off the road into the ocean in a pretty spectacular car crash and drowns. And Khan plays the police inspector, or I'm not sure what the title is, who's trying to solve this case. And and he had a personal tragedy. His son drowned while he was watching him. I think his son was 8 years old, if I remember right. So he's dealing with that, and as a result of that, he has insomnia. So it's trying to solve this case that takes a lot of twists and turns while dealing with the loss of his son, and he's struggling with his marriage. His wife is trying to put a brave face on and move on with their life, even with that kind of tragedy, and including wanting to have another child, and he's just not ready for that. It was shot in Mumbai, and there were some scenes filmed in Puducherry, as well as Pinewood Studios. His wife, played by Rani Mukerji, won the Best Actress at the South African Indian Film Awards in 2013, and she was really good. She played a lot of emotional scenes, and at one point, a seer, a mystic, tries to convince them that she can communicate with their son, and she wants to believe in it, and he's very upset about it. So that whole thing plays very interesting. And I have to tell you, I thought Khan was great, and he didn't do. I love him as an actor, and he does a lot of stuff with his face, like over the top stuff, bug eyes, and with his mouth. This was one of his most serious roles, and flawed characters, I would say. And he was very convincing in it, and the tension with his wife is pretty palpable. And then he hooks up with Kareena Kapoor as a prostitute who is trying to help him solve the case, and they imply that he's thinking about having an affair with her, although that doesn't come to fruition. But his wife definitely accuses him of it, and she helps him solve the case. And I have to tell you that I'm pretty good at figuring out things before they happen. I have to tell you that this movie completely took me by surprise at a certain point. And for anyone who's seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And I even went back and tried to think about things that I saw, and I loved it because I was not expecting it. So when it happened, my wife and I both looked at each other and was like, "What?" So, a- a- and it's funny when people were recommending this, they were saying that it's got a great script, but it's whether or not you are okay with the last part of the movie that will dictate whether or not you like this movie. Well, I loved it because I was totally surprised. It really was something I was not expecting, and it definitely took a different turn. And the way it was played was really well done. So it's dark. It's a red light district of the area. So it's seedy. It's gritty. Uh, Not very good people. It's a part of India I have never seen before in all the Indian movies that I've watched. So I appreciated that. But very raw performances. And again, I know that I am an Amir Khan suck up, but he just amazes me with his varied roles. One, how he physically transforms himself, but two, they're just completely different characters, and it's really amazing to. And when the first movie I saw with him was Three Idiots, and I had no idea who he was or what his background was. And I said, "Who is that guy?" Because he just stands out. And now I watch all these other movies, and he's just amazing. And I would love to. I'm looking forward to watching more of his movies. So anyway, so that's what I thought. I loved it. It was not what I was expecting, and the twist was just wow. So I can't recommend this higher. I appreciate you guys suggesting it to me. And again, I appreciate all the comments and all the suggestions. Just remember, if you give me a suggestion, make sure that I can stream it in the US, okay? And don't give me 100, just give me one or two. Um, and we're gonna, we'll keep doing these. So I don't know what I'm gonna do next because I've already got 3 of these done. So if you've got a suggestion, something you want me to watch, leave it now, okay? Subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button, and always thank you for your support. And that's it. We'll see you next time to do another 10-minute review. Thanks for watching, everybody.